Pickers of Zeberg, West Coast Demerara, most of them women, have been promised improved facilities to pursue their livelihoods by Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustapha. This followed an interactive meeting this past week with fisherfolk and residents of Zeberg by Minister Mustapha and Minister within the Ministry of Public Works, Deodat Indar. The meeting allowed for residents to raise issues of concern to them, with many taking the opportunity to praise the PPPC government for the development that has occurred not only in their communities but across the country.
PNC usually said, why the PPP? My name is Ali, and the PNC always refer to why this government building so much roads. I, as a taxi driver, I save $1,500 every day. Multiplied by a month is about $40,000 I save on fuel. They complain, this PNC does not know the value of infrastructure, of roads and development. You see, infrastructure is like the backbone. Anytime like the COVID-19 hit Jamaica, they went crippled. This country growing at a rapid rate. This country is on top of the world. There is no country in the whole Caribbean which have so much development and growing, the highest GDP, the fastest growing economy. And anytime you go back for the PNC, you're looking for punishment. These people don't have visions and dreams, they only destroy. I come from Barbis and I could tell you, there was no development. When I went and see what Mustapha built, the road straight into the Kanji Creek. All the development in infrastructure, this agriculture, all different sectors. So our best bet is to put back this PPP government into power for the next 4 years. And I must give contribution and respect to Dr. Irfan Ali for the tremendous work. This man loses like about 20 pounds. Day and night he's on the road. And the ministers, them, may God protect you guys and continue the good work. Zulfikar from Broomfield, my village, thanks.
In his address to the residents, Minister Mustapha, in responding to the requests made by residents, said government will be looking to make a number of immediate interventions in the community. Issues raised included cattle damaging property and crops, need for upgrades at the Dikindrin Coca, and a new facility for the nearly 50 shrimp pickers, women of the community.
So what we'll do, we'll try to work with these shrimp pickers. First of all, I understand they need a new facility. We'll build a shed for them so they can get a proper place to pick their shrimp. A shed with, if they need table on it. So we'll do that immediately. And we got the land. So we'll build that shed for you all. And then we'll work with you with GLDA. GLDA will work with you and we'll give you an option if you want it. We will work with you to give you some black giant bird so that you can develop your own self with some feed. I asked Dr. Walran to work along with Vikash and Indar so that we can get the names and we can give a maximum of 20, starting with 25 bird each so that you can get your own bird. We'll give you a bag of feed and you can get your own eggs. Right? So within 2 weeks, the 50 or 60 persons who are shrimp picker will deliver those birds to you all. Right? Dr. Walran will deal with it. And the other issue is the cow and the pigs. The person who have the cow from some Nagari area, Dr. Walran will work with him now. Work with him now. He can't get his cow in the residential area. We'll find a piece of land and you have to take his cow there. Right, comrade? You the comrade? Yeah, so you'll work along with Dr. Walran. We'll work with you to see a piece of land to take your cow. Right? Well, no, all who have the cow, we will work along to find a piece of land to get them to take the cow there. We'll work to help them to develop the land. And if they get a piece of pasture, Dr. Walran, you work along with them. Right?
Earlier in his address, Minister Mustapha reminded the residents that the PPPC government is one that does not make empty promises, pointing to campaign promises made in the run-up to the 2020 elections, noting that within 4 years, all of the promises made have been delivered on.
And over the last 4.5 years, we have seen from where we came and where we are today. And our lives are better today. Our country has been transformed tremendously. And our future is bright under the PPP civic government. You never had a minister in the previous government or the president or come and listen to your concern. We can come and listen. And you know what is a hallmark of our government? Is that all the promises all the promises and commitment that we are making, we try our utmost to deliver it to the people of our country. That is a social contract between us. If you look at the manifesto, when we went to the election in 2020, and you see we list all the issues that we said we will deal with, we are already complete. That the first time in the history of this country, a government would have delivered all the commitment we have made to the people of this country. And I can go and list, I just list some of the issue, the main issue. Talk about disposable income. We have now increased disposable income in the pocket of Guyanese. He mentioned one. He talked about the school cash grant. But there are a number of other areas. The chairman talked about the $100,000 cash grant that we give in. But this is not the start. This is not the first time. When we went in government in 2020, you all remember? In the midst of the pandemic, when we started out, the first thing we start with is a $25,000 cash grant to every household in this country. We don't have oil money at that time, right? And we continuing it. So the point what I'm trying to make, comrade, and you heard you probably listened last Sunday. This progress will continue after the election of 2025.
The agriculture minister stressed that there will always be things that will go wrong at times. People will be upset at times due to what they may perceive to be problems affecting them or their communities, but that they must also be able to see the bigger picture, what is happening nationally across the country over the last 4 years.
We have seen, look at all the big projects. Look at the massive transformation. We are in the process of building 12 new hospitals. Right? 12 new hospitals, and there's one right in Dekendron. We have seen all the majority of the roads across this country, in every single community across this country. 1, 2 might left, and now we are doing a mapping up exercise. We have seen the massive transformation in Region 3. This region, if the APNU AFC, we would get the APNU AFC continuing government after 2020, this region would be a depressed region. Depressed region. We are seeing new opportunities. We're seeing a brand new high-span 4-lane Demerara River Bridge, right? Being constructed. You know, time, you know, man hours, what that will save. You don't have to go line up now to wait for the bridge open and retract. You'll cross whenever you feel like. Rent free, toll free. Right? Toll free. From August the 1st. That one. Then you got, when they closed down the Wales Sugar Estate, thousands of people were placed on the breadline. They closed down Wales, and they closed down Rosal, Enmore, and Skeldon. When you add the number of persons that were placed on the breadline, over 7,500 persons. When you multiply that by 4, almost 30,000 persons, 28 plus, were affected directly. Didn't have a salary to take to the family. And then you look at the indirect persons that were affected, the shopkeepers, the people who doing the business, thousands of people. Those persons' lives were affected. Since we got back in government in 2020, over 40,000 persons, new persons, have received employment in this country, are earning a salary and take it to their family. Right here in Region 3, right here, you got a group of persons who never worked before. We look at it, the vision that our government has, we came up with the noble idea that we go employ these people on a part-time basis. And thousands of people in Region 3 now, working 10 days per month, earning $40,000. That is a new set of money they're receiving monthly. These are the benefits that we're talking about. And sometimes we take things for granted and we allow small things to cloud our judgment. If we drain the clean, if we get some garbage, if we road not make properly, we go say that we now vote back for this government. But when we now vote back for the government, we never get new hospital. We never get new employment. We never get better facilities. We know we have the cash grant disposable income. Our children future, we can't get scholarship for our children. We can't get free university education because all these things have been made available by your government, the PPP civic government. And we want to thank you in advance that you will continue to support this party and this government back in power.
In speaking to the national effort at improving the lives of fisherfolk across the country, noted that while significant progress has been made in upgrading landing sites, there is much more that has to be done and will be done, including landing sites on the west coast of Demerara.
The president made a visit early morning, and looked at the condition, how our fisher folks were operating, the deplorable condition. They had to walk up with a catch, strenuous, very strenuous job, and there were no facility. And he decided that we will try as much as possible to build the basic facility for the fisher folks. At least do a landing site, do a shed, do some washroom, put some lights in the system and so. But as we develop these landing sites, the needs increase. So we will not remain static and leave it at that. What we are doing, I don't know how many of you all would have visited recently the Meadowbank Wharf there. There we go, you see a tremendous transformation taking place there now. The entire wharf we are now rehabilitating and doing new things there. Manripo, the same thing. Rosignol and different part. And Zeberg will continue to enhance this facility. I sent the fishery officers here. I asked them what are some of the needs. The comrade who was here just now raised the issue. They need another part of the wharf or another ramp. So I was looking at it, and we will look to see what we can do. So when we come, we can make commitment that we can reach, because when we leave here, we make the commitment and we leave, and you can't get it done. You say what the men come and make promises again. You hear in there talk about the rice price just now. Nagamutu Ramjatan tell the for his farmers they'll get $9,000 a bag for paddy. When we got into government, paddy price gone down to $2,100 a bag. This government, this PPP civic government, guaranteed the rice farmers $4,000, not less than $4,000 a bag. And for every bag of paddy the rice miller buy, we got to contribute almost $300 per bag. That's a government that have the interests of the farmers at heart.
The Agriculture Minister and team from the Ministry of Agriculture later toured the community as requested by the residents to see firsthand some of the issues affecting them, including the fisheries landing site in the area.